Boyd's in Dallas. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Boyd.
Hi, how you doing, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I'm in a little bit of a situation, hoping that you were able to help me. So, my girlfriend and I paid off all our credit card debt. We live together. We have 2 children together. However, I am in a collection agency for a car rental that was in an accident with my mother, and it's $15,000. And she still has student loans, $7,000 in student loans, and a $5,000 college tuition that still needs to be paid. Now, we paid off all our credit card debt. The thing that I'm confused about is which way to attack this. We have about $7,000 in savings. That's including the $1,000 emergency fund, which I do want to separate that. I just don't know what's the best account to put that in. And also, I just want to pay off as much debt as I can, but we're driving a 2002 Chevy Tahoe right now that eats up gas. And I was looking to maybe get a more reliable car. No. And I'm not sure if I should use the money in the savings to do the reliable car.
No, you need to quit buying stuff, and you need to get on a tight budget, and you start working your way through these debts, which you've been kind of doing. The problem I have in helping you or advising you is you're trying to live life as if you're married when you're not. And that leaves you in a legal predicament, because if you pay off her stuff with your money, or she pays off your stuff with her money, there's no recourse. There's no way you can.
She's a stay-at-home mom right now.
I know, but it's still her debt because you're not married.
Right.
And it's still your debt because you're not married. She's not got any problems with the $15,000 rental-car company. You do. You've not got any problems with her student loan. She does. The only problem you've got is you're trying to live this marriage thing out and not be married. So it's going to be very difficult to work this through. But let's take a stab at it, and let's see how we can get some things going. Okay. Number one, how long ago was the $15,000 wreck with the rent-a-car company?
April of last year.
And why did your car insurance not cover it?
My mother had crashed a lease car that we have, and she crashed the car that she was on the policy for. But then when we rented the rental car, I rented the car for her, and the gentleman at the office told me as long as she's on my insurance, that she's allowed to drive the rental car. And once she got into her second accident within a month, she was supposed to sign the papers, and I didn't find that out until after she crashed the car. So I mean, it's a he said she said thing. I tried calling lawyers and getting lawyers involved.
No, I mean, you didn't have insurance. You rented a car for your mother, and she wrecked it twice after she had wrecked a car that you had gotten her before once. This woman can't drive.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Good Lord. Okay, so yeah. I'm guessing she's broke.
Yeah. I mean, my stepfather's going to try to pay it off, but I don't know what happens if we don't pay it.
Oh, they're going to sue your butt. I mean, there's no we. It's you. Your name is on this. Her name's not on it.
Correct, and that's what's stressful about it.
They're not coming after her.
You're right.
They're going to come after you. And so, you're going to get sued for $15,000 if you don't settle this. I would offer them $6,000 as settlement in full. Tell them you're broke. I don't have any money. I
offered them $7,000, and they said they couldn't do $7,000, and that they could only take off $2,000, which would come off to $13,000. So I don't know if that's just like, become tougher and stick with my number. And
you don't have a choice. You don't have $13,000.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. So what I would negotiate with them then is to begin to pay them payments.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where that's going.
Yeah, just say I'll start paying you $200 a month until I get this paid off. I don't have any money, and so I can't pay you. Okay, and then you use the other money you have to start cleaning up. I assume the money that's in the savings account was put there partially by your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, so that could be used partially to pay off some of her debts, because your only debt's this $15,000 debacle, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing I have under me. I mean, we paid off the credit card. We were real happy about that, and we said, "Oh, we're out of debt," but we're not really out of debt.
No, you're not out of debt. You have student loan debt. You have $15,000 debt to the rent-a-car company.
Correct.
So you're not out of debt. So yeah, what do you make a year?
It's tough to tell. I started a new job 6 months. It's performance pay. I do HVAC, so it's AVHC in Texas.
What are you making?
My busy season is now. I made so far year to date $42,000.
Great. So you're on a in 6 months. You're on an $80,000, $90,000 a year pace.
Yeah, I'm hoping that continues. I mean, I love what I do. I'm really good at it.
Yeah, you're working hard too. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so I take I would get the Every Dollar Budget app. It's free online, and sit down.
I have it, and I started using it, and I haven't used it to the best of its ability because what I really wanted to do was pretend that I only make $1,500 every pay period.
No.
So I wanted to pretend that I only make $3,000 a month.
No. You need to pretend you make what you make and put it on paper and tell every one of those dollars what to do. But what you're saying is the same thing, and that is the household needs to be on beans and rice and beans. Coupons. We don't go out to eat. We're not going on vacation. We don't do anything. We have a mess. We have student loan debt. We have this crisis where this rent-a-car company's getting ready to sue us. We got to get them paid off. And the good news is, making 90, you can clean up 15,000 pretty quick. Like 5-6 months. You can pay it off, and then you can pay off her stuff if you want to pay off her stuff and not be married to her. Not what I recommend, but you can work a sideways thing on this, and maybe you get a little money out of your mother. Maybe. I wouldn't bet on it. Oh, don't do that stuff.